welcome to the deep dive. So AI is obviously changing everything, and a lot of you are probably thinking, how do I get skilled up in this?
Right.
And more to the point, maybe, what's it really going to cost me? Not just the tuition, I mean.
Exactly. That's the key question we're tackling today.
Yeah, we want to peel back the layers on the true financial picture of AI education. Fees, living costs, even opportunity cost.
And, something often overlooked is just where the university is located. That can be as big a factor as the tuition itself.
Okay, let's start there then. How much does the city impact the total cost?
Oh, dramatically. Take high-cost places like New York City, Columbia, NYU.
Right.
Monthly expenses, just for one person, before rent, can be almost $2,000.
Wow.
And then a one-bedroom apartment. You're easily looking at over $3,000 a month. So it adds up incredibly fast.
So that's like what, an extra $30,000, maybe even $60,000 a year just to live there on top of everything else?
Easily. And it's similar in the Bay Area. Stanford, for example, estimates over $58,000 just for 12 months of living expenses for a grad student.
$58,000. Okay. That really changes the calculation, doesn't it?
It really does.
But you mentioned a contrast. Are there top AI schools in places that won't break the bank quite so badly?
Yes, definitely. Look at Pittsburgh, where Carnegie Mellon is. Cost of living there is actually about 2% below the national average.
Okay.
Or Durham, North Carolina, home to Duke. Also pretty affordable, maybe 2% below average. And then you've got places like West Lafayette, Indiana, Purdue, that's significantly below the national average. Their estimate for annual living costs is around $17,170.
$17,000 versus $58,000. That's quite a difference.
It's huge.
Yeah.
And Urbana-Champaign in Illinois, UIUC, is also about 5% below the national average. So affordable top-tier options definitely exist.
It almost sounds like the living costs for 1 year in New York could nearly pay for an entire online master's from a great school somewhere else.
That's actually a really good way to put it, yeah.
Okay, so location is clearly critical. Let's talk about the programs themselves now. Are the actual tuition and fees just as varied?
Absolutely. The spectrum is, it's vast. Let's look at some comprehensive master's programs first.
All right.
Carnegie Mellon's MS in AI, the tuition alone is around $63,000 per year. Add in those Pittsburgh living costs, and you're looking at over $91,000 estimated total cost annually.
$91,000, okay.
Northwestern's MS in AI, when you factor in living expenses near Chicago, can get up to about $110,000 total.
Wow, okay. Those are serious investments. Are they like super specialized for that price? And what about good public universities?
Well, they certainly offer access to top researchers and facilities, but you can get excellent technical training at top public schools too. Georgia Tech in Atlanta, for instance. Their non-resident tuition for an MS in computer science is roughly $32,000 a year, and Atlanta's living expenses are estimated around $18,000 annually. Much more manageable.
32 plus 18. So around 50,000 total. Still significant, but yeah, a different league than over 100,000.
Exactly.
Now, this is where I think it gets really interesting, maybe the real aha moment for listeners. We've talked six figures. What about these value-driven online options or certificates? How cheap can they get, and are they, legitimate?
This is the game changer for many people. And it's not just about being cheaper tuition-wise.
Right.
The real value, the aha, is that online often means no relocation costs. And critically, you can usually keep your job.
So you're still earning while learning.
Precisely. You save on costs and maintain income. That massively shifts the return on investment calculation. Look at the University of Texas at Austin. Their online Master of Science in AI, it's about $10,000.
$10,000 for the whole degree.
For the entire degree, yeah. Or Purdue's online Masters in AI, around $28,000 for the whole program.
Okay, that is genuinely striking compared to the on-campus costs. What if someone just needs to upskill faster? Maybe in one specific area.
Certificates are great for that. Harvard Extension School has an online AI graduate certificate for just under $14,000. Stanford offers professional courses online for about $750 each. And UIUC even has an AI in medicine certificate for only $750.
$750, okay.
Now, there are high-end specialized options too, like MIT's 10-day in-person AI Executive Academy, for $23,500, aimed more at leaders.
So I've gone from $750 up to like $110,000 a year total cost. It's an incredible range. How does someone even begin to choose the right fit then? What matters most beyond the price?
Well, the return varies, right? Those expensive programs often boast prestigious networks, maybe better job placement services.
That's a connection.
Yeah, but the more affordable online options can provide really solid technical skills. It really boils down to your situation. Are you just out of undergrad? Are you a working professional? What's your budget? How do you learn best on campus, online, maybe a mix?
So weighing the network versus flexibility and cost.
Exactly. For some, that in-person experience and network are worth the premium. For others, saving money and staying employed while learning remotely is the path that makes sense.
It really hammers home that the future belongs to people who understand AI, and there are just so many different paths to get there now.
Definitely. We've covered options from that $750 UIUC certificate, UT Austin's $10,000 online masters, all the way up to programs over $100,000 like Northwestern's.
So the takeaway isn't really if these programs offer value, they clearly can.
Right. The real question is which program offers the right value for you, given your specific goals and circumstances.
A perfect final thought. Your future in AI really starts with figuring that out. So we definitely encourage you to research, maybe talk to alumni if you can, and take that first step.